an old missing child flyer, and a photo of Yankee Clipper Park. Somebody wrote an X in the right field corner. Look at this. He is here.
Jeffrey Ronson was 7 when he disappeared in 1980. We spent the entire spring trying to find him.
He's still got him his baseball jersey.
It's got to be Jeffrey. Maybe leading us to the body was Big's way of getting a stay of execution. Virginia won't fry him if our case is active again.
Well, Biggs is behind this. He's got help on the outside. Somebody hand-delivered that flyer and photo.
Which he could have sent to anybody. Why did he pick you?
These are Jeffrey Ronson's dental records. The 2 cavities and the missing baby tooth match the remains.
How'd he die?
Probably a broken neck. See the breaks here in C3 and C4.
I'll set up surveillance at the funeral in case our tipster decides to show.
I'll call the family, make sure they don't mind you crashing their wake.
Deacon Bren.
Lived across the street from the Ronsons, was babysitting Jeffrey the night he disappeared. Let him walk home by himself. Deacon was the last person to see Jeffrey alive. Liv, we're gonna have to interview Deacon as soon as the service is over.
Copy that.
I got another one. Avery Shaw.
Played on Jeffrey's baseball team. A week after Jeffrey disappeared, Avery remembered seeing Biggs talking to Jeffrey.
He played short, I played second. We got a trophy once for turning the most double plays in a season. Can remember when we took that, Jeffrey yelled at Deacon for getting his finger in the photo.
Deacon Bren?
He was like our guardian. He was older, so he'd walk us home, make sure we looked both ways before crossing. Do you think finding Jeffrey's body will prove who killed him?
We're looking for evidence. We're re-interviewing everyone.
I never touched Jeffrey Ronson.
Then how did you know where he was buried?
What are you talking about?
Why'd you send me these? Jeffrey was 7. The boy Biggs killed was older, right?
Yeah, he was 12.
So were the other kids that Biggs molested. He likes pubescent boys, not little kids.
Biggs can't cash his pension check, so I do it for him and put a little spending money in his inmate account.
You're under arrest for grand larceny.
I didn't steal anything. Look, most of that money went to pay his bills.
Well, he's been in jail for 9 years. What bills could he have?
Lawyers for his appeal, his storage locker.
What storage locker?
You had no right to touch those. They gave them to me to remember them by. And I remember them. Shelf 6, cap number 3. A little kid with a cowlick from St. Louis. March 2nd, 1980. New York City. Deacon Bren.
Do you recognize his hat?
That's the Riverside Eagles. That was my baseball team. Where'd you get that?
We found it in Biggs' storage locker. He kept souvenirs of all the boys that he molested.
You kept telling me that we weren't doing anything wrong, but I knew we were.
That's why you sent me this photo.
How'd you know I sent it?
You just told me.
I saw him leaving, so I followed him to the ballpark. He was carrying a big bag. Saw him drop Jeffrey's body in the hole. Then he saw me, and he said he'd kill me if I told.
Engineer called in and he thought he saw something go under the train. The body was cut in 2.
He wasn't ready to deal with what Biggs did to him. He's been bearing it for so long.
He sent you that note because he wanted the truth to come out.
Truth about Jeffrey. Not himself.
Found it stuck on Jeffrey Ronson's shirt.
What is it?
Bubble gum.
Okay, so Jeffrey was chewing gum when he died. What's the significance?
Jeffrey wasn't chewing gum. His killer was. My 10-year-old nephew rolls it between his fingers and smushes it before he throws it away. So did our killer. Now run that print through AFIS, my name would come up in 5 seconds flat.
So whose print is on this gum?
Deacon Bren.
Deacon killed Jeffrey Ronson?
It wasn't shame that drove him to suicide. It was guilt.
Deacon killed Jeffrey Ronson, and he got away with it. He had a good life, a wife, and a kid. There's no way he sent you a photo of Jeffrey's grave.
I screwed up. I showed him the photo and the map.
9mm slug in his heart. I put time of death around 10 o'clock last night, 2 hours before the train hit him.
I thought he was having an affair.
Did you confront him about this?
6 months ago. He said that nothing was going on. He just had some things he needed to figure out. He said he needed some space, so he moved out.
Why did he keep his desk locked?
Truth time.
Photo of Deacon and his family.
There's writing on the back.
Before the perfect American family, the after version won't be as pretty.
There's a clipping about Biggs' execution. The stalker wrote on it. He owned you then. I own you now.
My father left when I was a baby. I was a little boy. Used to follow Deacon and Jeffrey around. And Deacon used to look at him the way I looked at boys.
What was his name? Photos of Deacon's prom, his college graduation. Avery's been obsessed with Deacon for years.
Look, Deacon's not the only one he's obsessed with. Special victim, special cop. Avery's been stalking you, too.
Avery started supporting me the day I found out I was pregnant. Same day he left. Said he couldn't handle being a dad.
Nice guy.
You don't know Avery. He's the sweetest man I've ever known. We were together for 2 years, and the only thing we ever fought about was having kids.
So you wanted him, he didn't.
At least he was honest about it.
Tell us where to find him or I'll arrest you for aiding a fugitive.
What's gonna happen to Theo?
Social services will take care of him.
Detective, let it go, please. She don't have anything to do with this.
Stay back, stand back.
Don't hurt him.
Put your hands on your head.
Now.
Searched your apartment. And I read your diaries. But Avery, what I don't know is why you sent these to me.
I knew you would understand. You and me were so alike.
No, we're not alike. You killed a man.
So have you.
I didn't have a choice.
Neither did I. I had to stop him from hurting any more kids.
You did it as payback for 25 years ago.
No, he was still hurting children.
How do you know that?
When I went in there, he was watching a tape.
Call crime scene. Have him meet you and Olivia at Deacon's. Find that tape.
There you go.
He filmed it right here.
Let's see who Deacon's last victim was.
I want to plead guilty.
What the hell are you doing?
Something I should have done a long time ago.
Don't, please!
I went to Deacon Bren's apartment last week. You molest your son like that little boy?
No, I would never do that to my son. I love him.
Like you love me?
No, wait, please, just...
He kept lying, pretending like he gave a damn about me, just like he did 25 years ago.
Shut up! I don't want to hear that! Just tell me why he did it!
He said he raped me because he was confused.
Avery, I was drinking all the time. I couldn't tell my parents. I hurt so bad, and I just wanted someone else to hurt as bad as I did.
And I asked him how many other boys he'd abused over the years, and he said dozens, maybe hundreds. And I wanted to kill him right then and there, but I knew I couldn't do it in the apartment, so and I made him drive to the train tracks, and I shot him.
Avery didn't shoot Deacon.
I thought you had arrested Deacon's killer.
We arrested Avery Shaw. But he didn't kill your husband.
Then why did he confess?
He felt guilty for not stopping Deacon when he had the chance. All those years of Avery keeping silent, Deacon was molesting other boys. Found tapes that he made in his apartment, dozens of victims. This is one of the tapes that we found. It's of your son.
I asked Zeke if Daddy had ever touched him. He started to cry. He said he promised not to tell.
She doesn't deserve to go to jail. I should have killed Deacon. I started all this. I should have finished it.
After all these years, what made you want to end it now?
Kimber got pregnant and I got scared. I didn't want to hurt the baby.
Hurt the baby how?
Have you ever been afraid of what might be inside you?
What do you mean?
But I can't help thinking there's like a switch inside of me waiting to be flipped. Just like it did in Deacon. And then I start hurting kids. And that's why I left my son.
You're not a monster, Avery.
How do you know?
Because you didn't shoot Deacon. Because you love your son so much that you are willing to give him up to protect him. And the truth is, You didn't have to.